There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she not ready to have her.
Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I am back with another video. In this video, we're going to be discussing the continuing drama between STEPHANIE SOO, Veronica Wong, and now Carly Steele. There is quite a bit of drama to jump in. There's a fairly lengthy Instagram story that I was requested to put into this video for you guys that do not use Instagram. So I'm going to be putting that in here, as well as discussing what STEPHANIE SOO put on her Instagram today in regards to Nikocado in the footage that was taken without her consent inside of her home. But before I get into all of that, I would like to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Adam and Eve. You know they always look out for the cookout. If you guys go over to adamandeve.com and use code Dustin, you will get 50% off one item and free shipping to the US and Canada. Some exclusions do apply. Adam and Eve is a great company. They have been so friendly to me. They've been great to you guys. They also offer 24/7 customer support, 90-day hassle-free returns, and 20% of their profits go to fight the spread of HIV and AIDS, so you guys know that is near and dear to my heart. So you guys, if you're so inclined, it is a new year, go over to adamandeve.com, treat yourself, get 50% off one item and free shipping to the US or Canada. Now, let's just get into the tea. So as you guys know, around this time last year, there was this major blow up between Veronica Wong and Nikocado where he defended this channel Shukbong, where Veronica falsely copyright claimed their videos, and there was some drama between them two. It was really Nikocado sticking his nose into where it really honestly didn't belong, but I also understand him wanting to defend other creators because abuse of the copyright system has been really rampant over the past year and a half. People like to copyright strike things that they really have no business doing that are covered under fair use, and I also believe what Shukbang was doing was covered under fair use. Veronica ended up learning her lesson and she ended up apologizing, but she took to Instagram today to address this whole situation with STEPHANIE SOO's second video about Nikocado and what she had to say about Nikocado. Now, I do want to say that Veronica is very emotional right now. She did lose a good friend of hers and she was very upset in her previous Instagram stories before this one. So you guys, please be respectful of her. She is going through a very difficult time. And Veronica, if you watch this, I am so sorry that you lost a friend. I know that that is very hard and it's a very difficult thing to go through. So my thoughts are with you. Keep in mind, this is a very long Instagram story. It's about 6 minutes, I believe. I will put a timestamp in for you guys to fast forward if you have not seen this. And then I will be back with my commentary.
Hey guys, so I'm not quite over grieving over my friend who passed away. I still have a lot of emotions I'm feeling, a lot of thoughts I'm thinking, but I wanted to take the time to let you guys know that I do know what's happening online with Nikocado and STEPHANIE SOO. It is a serious situation. It's not just some drama that Nikocado has sketched up to be in the past with other people. These are real people that he attacks and he manipulates, and it's not okay. And I wanted to make a response video the minute it happened to STEPHANIE, and she posted what she posted. I did contact her and I did let her know that I'm happy that she's okay, and I'm proud of her endurance and her strength. But I did film a video. It just wasn't a professional video. It was a video that I just made to kind of get off my chest. I learned from last year that there's gonna be videos that I'm gonna make that are not meant to be online. My Jollibee video where I was emotionally going crazy and wasn't really thinking, just like talking and letting it all out. And I learned after that I posted that video that there's just some videos that you don't post. And so even though I didn't want to repost the response, I just realized it was a video for me to vent to, so I never ended up posting it. I saw Nikocado's response video and I just watched Stephanie's response to his response video. And I just have to say that I am so proud of STEPHANIE for standing up against Nikocado. He really is a master manipulator. He knows how to twist things, and he finally just messed with the wrong person. And you know, big ups to STEPHANIE for dealing with that. That is a lot to deal with. I had on top of all the things that I was going through last year, I had a sponsorship who did things to me that they should never have did to me. I was dealing with something with my body. I lost my hair, you know, dyeing it blonde due to what was happening with me in my body. And I had family problems, and I was just going through it last year, and I was in no mental state to deal with someone like Nikocado. I was in no mental health state at all, and I think he knew that. I think he knew that I wasn't in a good place. All the videos I was posting about my mom being, you know, that wasn't okay. So to see that kind of stuff, and then people posting all the, it was too much for me. I couldn't deal with it. But I'm happy that Stephanie stood up for herself, and she stood up for people who have been victims of Nikocado, because it's not just me. It's not just the man in New York. You know, it's Divine Munchies. You know, it's anyone that's really done a video with him, because I can't imagine the amount of people who've done videos with him who have maybe said something a little bit out of line and who are scared to speak against him. For afraid of those videos using against them, and that's exactly why I never did a collab video with him. That's why I will never do a collab video with him, because I knew from the beginning, from past behaviors of his, that this is the type of things that he does, and I'm not okay with it, and I was never okay with it. And I'm so sorry again, Stephanie. If you watch this, you might not, but I'm sorry that Stephanie had to go through this. Words can't even describe to you how sorry I am that she had to go through. No one should have to go through that. No one should be putting people through these type of things. This behavior should not be happening on our platforms. And it's sad because people like Nikocado are in our politics, are in our, you know, are in work, are in school, and it's scary to have people like him on our platform. But I don't want this story to be about, to hate on Nikocado. You know, I really hope that he learns from this situation. I hope he becomes better. I hope he realizes that it's not okay to treat people like this. And I hope he understands that it's not okay to be self-serving, because he seems to like to think other people are, but I think it's him. You know, I really think it's him. And I think that he needs to learn from this situation, and he needs to become a better human. You know, having people out here in our world who are wolves, who are trying to hurt others, dressed as sheep, it's not okay. Maybe not even a lion. Maybe you should try to be a shepherd. God's grace, you know? Maybe just try to be someone who is good. Because, you know, I think he has it in him to be a good person. I don't know what has happened in his life that has made him want to hurt people so much as he does, but I hope he gets better. And, you know, I wanted to create a response video on this situation, but you know, my friend just passed away. I'm not really in the train of thought to make a response to this, but I really want to, and maybe I will. But I think Stephanie's video, the one that she recently did, you know, good for her. I'm happy that someone with a large enough platform finally has people attention, because people with smaller platforms than I, or people who just didn't have the courage or the strength to talk about it, all got silenced. So, you know, I don't know if I really even need to make a video at this point, but good for her.
So as you guys could see in this Instagram story, Veronica was pretty much siding with Stephanie Soo in this whole entire thing. I did tweet out because somebody was saying that there was some drama between Stephanie Soo as well as Veronica, but I really could not find anything outside of what happened last year. There was some talks about a hair dye situation, and Veronica was supposed to be filming with Stephanie, but she was out looking for hair dye. But other than that, I really could not find out what the alleged drama or tea was supposed to be, so I don't really think that there was too much of a rockiness between these two. And while I agree with Nikocado in the videos that he made somewhat about Veronica, he did push it very, very far with Veronica, and she did end up learning her lesson about the copyright system, but I do believe that there was a maliciousness and an intent behind what Nikocado was doing with those videos. It was just one video after the next with him when it came to Veronica. In my opinion, it's almost like he had his sights set on her, and I don't know what she ever really did to him, but for him to go at her as hard as he did, it seems like there was some kind of like something that happened that we may not be privy to or may not know. And in my opinion, that is ultimately what led him to want to collab with Stephanie Soo. As you guys know, that is basically what all this drama boils down to, because he wanted to make this video about Veronica Wong, and Stephanie said that she did not feel comfortable in doing that, thus starting all this drama and Nikocado being super duper aggressive. So while I'm on the topic of Stephanie Soo, she did post to her Instagram today, and she had this to say: This is the last time I'll address this entire situation. He posted my security monitor on his video, plus mentioned specific location information about my house in another video. Due to this, I have obtained attorneys to handle this matter going forward. So I don't know what she means by that, if she's going to possibly get maybe a restraining order or some kind of something in place to prevent Nikocado from speaking about her again or contacting her, or if she's going to sue him. I'm really hoping that she will give like some kind of like formal statement in regards to the action that she's going to take. If she doesn't, I also will understand that as well. I understand her wanting to move past this and just get on with her life, because this has been a lot. There has been so much drama surrounding this entire situation and so many different people that have been involved with this that really didn't want to be involved in this. It has really quickly become the whirlwind drama of 2020, and we are literally just like 3 or 4 days in, depending on when you're watching this. And I knew from the start when this jumped off with Nikocado that it was definitely going to be a big thing, because it's always a big thing with him. And I'm glad that Stephanie Soo has stepped up to the plate and that she is not backing down from him. And if she had to get her attorney involved to do whatever she needed to do to make him stop, then I am fully behind her in that. Side note, I did order my In and Out of Sleep shirt yesterday. I am so excited. I can't wait for that to come in. But now let's talk about Carly Steele. If you guys are anything like me, you probably didn't know who Carly Steele was. I literally only knew who she was from Nikocado mentioning her in his videos and playing the voice notes.
That's so f***ing rude. And like, the thing is too, is you called it, like you f***ing knew, you knew. It seems like, yeah, like she's just really f***ing selfish. And what's shitty is like they put you in an uncomfortable position because they FaceTimed you with like both of you together, and that puts you in an uncomfortable situation because you can't say no, you look bad. It's kind of like, I think she knew what she was doing. She seems very manipulative, like manipulating her way into people's heads, and she also manipulates viewers. But I think that's like me being like me knowing that you and Trisha are collabing and being like, hey, can I hop in your collab? Like, even when someone asked me that on Instagram, I was like, I don't know, like maybe. I would never invite myself to like someone else's collab. I think it's so rude. I don't even like asking people to collab unless like they're on my level or like they've been my friends for a long time, because it's just uncomfortable. Like, this is people's money business. This is some serious shit. Like, yeah, it's friendship too, but like that shit is business. Like what you're doing with Stephanie Soo is straight up business. Like, it's just rude. Like, I don't know how these people were raised. Yeah, I hate LA too, 100%.
Now in these voice notes, she pretty much says that Stephanie is rude for inviting herself into a collab. And while I can agree, like, inviting yourself may be a rude thing to do, I think the context of it matters. If she was hanging out with all these people and she was like, hey, do you want me to be in your collab? That's happened with me before with many different people that I've shot videos with. It may not have even been a rude thing. She may not have been trying to impose on Nikocado. But the thing that really stuck out to me about this whole thing is that Nikocado was still going around talking so much junk about Stephanie to so many different people. And then he goes to Carly Steele, who says that she hardly knows anything about this girl, and she calls her rude. And she's like basically saying, well, this is a business. This is a situation that she shouldn't have put herself in. And she said a bunch of nasty things, like who raised her or whatever. Like, girl, Carly, this video that you put up today really did you no favors. It was like 10 to 12 minutes of you saying the same thing repetitively over and over, and it seemed like you were very aggravated that you even had to address this entire situation. Not only that, it seems like you just did that to try to smooth things over where people wouldn't say anything about you or comment on you in a negative way because of what you said. If you guys go over to her video, she has removed the likes to dislike ratio on her video as well as hidden the comments, but this girl literally openly said nasty things about Stephanie Soo, and she said in her video that she tried to reach out to her and she wanted to have a phone conversation with her. And I believe, if I remember correctly, like, Stephanie never even said anything back to her, which is her prerogative. If she doesn't want to address Carly or even accept an apology from her, that's fine. I don't believe that she has to. She doesn't have to entertain this girl any further. What was really, really interesting to me about this entire thing, if you watch Carly Steele's video, she did say that she did give Nikocado permission to insert these voice memos into his video to put her into this. And she also mentioned that she was Nikocado's like best friend, that they talk like all the time. But the thing about it is, Nikocado offered Carly Steele something that he never even gave Zach Choi the chance to even consent to him putting the messages that he put in between himself and Nikocado. So again, I believe that that was really, really shady. Now, I don't know this girl Carly Steele from Adam. I don't know her gig. I've watched a few of her videos. I really can't gauge where she's at on the shady meter, if you want to call it that, but I do believe that it was nasty for her to say things about someone that she didn't know. And in her video, she was just saying, oh, I was just being a friend. So I said all these mean mean nasty things about her. That's what friends do. It's really not. That's what yes men do. If I have a friend that comes to me and I don't know who they're talking about, I'll try to find out who they're talking about and try to gauge the situation in a different way. I'm not a yes person. If somebody comes to me and they say something and they say that they may have done something that could have been wrong, then I'm just going to straight up tell them, I'm going to be like, hey, no, girl, you did something that made this person feel uncomfortable. And speaking of that, Nikocado nowhere in the voice memos that was sent to Carly Steele that he played for us, I don't know if he played them all or not, he never mentioned how uncomfortable he made Stephanie Soo feel. Now on to the next thing. I didn't get to touch on this in my last video, and I really wish that I had remembered. I was just so like high on life at the point in time of me filming that video from her like bulldozing over Nikocado that I completely forgot to mention the fact that the guy that Nikocado made the original video about that Stephanie said that was so disgusting reached out to Stephanie, and I just like, I cannot believe that he reached out to her. I cannot understand or even relate to the way that he must feel after sending pictures to this person and then Nikocado coming out as being like so aggressive in that video and making fun of the Me Too movement. And it kind of like pulled at my heartstrings because Stephanie was kind of like really upset about this in her video when she was talking about all this. So I really don't know what's going to come of that. I don't know if there will be like a video made or anything further with that. But if you are the anonymous guy in this situation and you're watching these videos, I am so sorry that you had to go through that. I really hate that you had to experience that type of stuff from someone that is on the same platform as me that has a big audience. All of us are definitely not like that. Most of us are caring, really nice people. Please do not let that taint your perception of people. Everybody is not a bad person. But as always, you guys, please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I know that this is a long video given that I inserted this Instagram story. Again, I was requested to insert that for more context. Please remain respectful of anyone that you discuss or interact with down below in my comment section because, like I've said, it has been a mess the past couple of days. You all don't have to agree on everything, but please just be mindful of what you say and respect one another. I hope you all have the most amazing day ever, night, whatever it is, whatever time it is that you're watching this, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.